Good morning, everybody. On this cold, or a little bit warmer today, but it's still pretty chilly morning. I can imagine everyone in New Zealand, it's pretty chilly as well. As you can see, I'm back on my boat. So I'm in the saloon today and I'm at the boatworks. So hopefully there's not too much noise. I have all the, and there's a bit of a squeaky lines because I'm at the dock. Hopefully that doesn't do that too often. Let me see if anyone's online. So I can see that I'm live. Good morning, Summer Love and Lisa. Hi, Sue. Takes a little while before the comments come through. I'll split back to the other screen because I can't. So I can see that I'm live. Good morning, Summer Love and Lisa. Hi, Sue. Takes a little while before the comment. What time is it? It's 8:11. I'm still live. I'm flipping between screens, so sometimes it's a little weird. You're thinking, oh, is everybody still there? Well, it's nice to be back on board. So while we're waiting, I'll pick one of my Bali blessing cards. Because I know Sue and Lisa are online at the moment. This is for you guys. Imagine. So imagine. Imagine is to think of or create in your mind something that is not real. It is forming a picture or idea in your mind of something that is not yet real or present, but has the potential to be. It's synonymous with the word dream. Interpretation, if you can envision it, you can accomplish it. If you can imagine it, you can reach the heavens. A Zimbabwean proverb. So imagine. So I guess that's pretty apt for what I'm doing here. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed and followed me from the Sal Wellness channel. It's obviously a big journey for me to be online, as you know, that I was, normally in a park or doing something, but that's to come soon, I hope. But still, this is the next best thing to connect with everyone around the world that I have met or practiced yoga with, and that I can still stay connected. So it's pretty special, I think. It's one good consolation that's come out of the COVID crisis, that's for sure. Okay, so how are we going? And we've got... Actually, I might do that on my phone just so I can see, otherwise it's a bit weird. So I've got the music down really low because I know I've learnt from that in the last challenge that the music's not coming through very well, but that's all right. What I am going to do is I thought, and my teacher does this too, and I had thought of it recently, I'm going to put a playlist together for you guys. And if you like, when I start the class, if you want to listen to music your end and hear what I'm listening to, I thought that I'll post it up in the group, and whether it be on Spotify or let me know if you have Spotify, or I've got Apple iTunes as well, and I can share that playlist with you by email. So or maybe I'll put a post up after the class and see which one would suit you better. I could probably put it on both. And that way, yeah, we can just press play and play along, listen along if you want. There's 1 more minute to go. Let's see who else is online. Okay, so we've got Sue. Still, we've got, hi Gwendolyn. Hi Gwen. Good morning. Hi Jill. Okay. So let's get started. So just make yourself comfortable, grab a blanket or a block to sit on. I've actually got my block today. So you can just pop that through your legs if you had a block and sit on it. If that's where you want to be, I'll be up a little bit high today so you can see me a little bit better. I've also got my eye pillow I brought along today as well for Shavasana. Always nice to have one of those at the end. So let's ground down and close down the eyes and sit comfortably, placing the hands onto the knees or at your heart center. Soften the eyes. Start to become aware of your breath, your inhalations and your exhalations, moving throughout the body. Scan how the body feels. Have you got any tenseness in the neck or the shoulders or the upper back, lower back? Start to soften those areas. Start to feel relaxed and rooted to the earth as you sit grounded on your mat. Breathe in a long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 4 to 5. Stop when you feel that opening in the back of the throat and breathe out fully, those wind swirls at the back of the throat. Breathe it out long and deep, that Ujjayi breath. Relax the breath. Take another long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 4 to 5. And breathe all breath out for a count of 5 to 6. Empty fully. Place the right hand on the heart and the left hand on the belly. And breathe in your intention for being on the mat today. As you feel your lungs, the chest and belly expands. And exhale out fully, sending your intention out to the universe. Open the eyes, become aware of your surroundings. Start to drop the head, the chin down to the chest. Feeling that lengthening in the back of the neck. And dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Breathing into the left side of the neck. Someone asked me, I think it was Gay, asked me the other day, what do I mean breathing into the side of the neck? Well, it's your intention that you're sending the breath. When you breathe in, you're breathing in because the air moves all throughout your body. You're breathing in and releasing and relaxing that side of the neck that we're focusing on. Bring the head back to center and drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. And breathe into the right side of the neck. Send your intention there as you inhale in through the nose. Imagine the breath releasing and relaxing this side of the neck. And bring the head back to center. And drop the head back. Small breaths of air through the nose because it is a little restricting when you drop the head back. And breathe into the front of the neck. Opening up, releasing. And drop the head back. You can remove the block if you like, if you're not feeling uncomfortable. I'm just changing positions there. I want you to reach the right arm up towards the sky and bend at the elbow. I'm just going to open up the shoulders, place the left hand on the right elbow, slowly walk the fingers down the back. We're opening up the shoulders, releasing them to start this morning. Starting at the head, then to the shoulders, and we move throughout the body. You can always release the hand from the elbow if you like, and reach it around and see if you can clasp onto both hands or use your strap. It's always a good time to have your strap or your belt as well. I didn't mention at the beginning. Remembering always to sit nice and tall. Don't put any pressure on the neck. Then release and change to the other side. Left hand reaches up, bends at the elbow. Then you place the right hand on the left elbow, walking down the back. Feeling that beautiful release in the shoulder. We forget to stretch these areas of the body, and that's what's so great about yoga. Keep breathing those inhalations and exhalations in long and deep, remembering our inhalations in are not as long as our exhalations out. Our exhalations out are that release, reaching the right arm around. See if you can clasp onto the hands. Sitting nice and tall. I've been sitting at the computer a lot yesterday, so I can feel this helping release in my neck and my shoulders just to start. Releasing the hands, placing the hands back down onto the knees. And let's come to all fours for our cat-cow poses to wake up the body. And placing the hands down, remembering them, they're nice and spread nice and wide. I'm going to go this way. Spread nice and wide. Underneath the shoulders, we're gripping into the mat like the gecko hands. Our knees are underneath our hips. Just always checking in with our alignment. We never have to rush into a pose. Look behind, make sure that the feet aren't off to the left or the right. And we use the tops of the toes to really grip into the mat. And then we're letting the belly fall. We're broadening through the chest as we inhale in, and we're looking up, curling that tailbone. And then as we exhale out, we're arching the back up, really arch up the back into our cat pose. Releasing the belly, broadening through the chest, coming up. Exhale, all breath out. Breathe into the belly, into the core as you arch up, arch up, arch up. And then lower the belly again, broaden through the chest, curl the tailbone and look up. Round the spine, arch up, arch up, arch up. Oh, that feels so good. And then bring yourself back to a flat back, remembering to inhale in to the belly and fill that lower back. We often have a saggy back. So this is even when we're standing, it's a good time to check in with your body that when you inhale in, you actually just move and fill that lower back, which takes any pressure off that lumbar area. Let's curl the toes and let's press up for our first downward facing dog for today. So remember to move the chest down and let's step the feet out, step them out, heel toe, walk them out. You can shake the hips from side to side, wake up the body. Try not to collapse into the elbows. Keep them nice and strong, those arms, and relax the shoulders. Move for a few more minutes and then release into the pose. Some of us are going to have our heels up high. Some of us are going to have our knees bent. And relax and breathe. Take that long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 4 to 5. Then breathe it all out long and deep. You might want to lion's breath it out. Stick the tongue out and release, let go. And then bring the knees back down towards the mat. And let's press into our puppy pose. Might have to move over a little bit. And release the arms out in front of you and lower the chest down. Keeping the hips up high. And feeling that beautiful release as you soften to the earth. One more breath. Come back up onto all fours. And we're going to press back up into downward facing dog. Bit of a different way to open up and release this morning. You can do another stretch out to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Then release back down. And then press the hands out in front of you for your puppy pose, releasing down towards the mat, lower the head. One more breath, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, press the hips up and press back. Moving down into your downward facing dog. Just notice how their calf muscles and hamstrings feel this time. I notice my heels are a little bit closer to the earth because you're starting to warm up the body. Relax the head, keep breathing long and deep. One more breath. And we're bringing our knees down to the mat and we're raising our arms up towards the sky. And we're twisting off towards the left, unfolding the arms down. Shoulder height, gaze is over right middle finger. Keep breathing, relaxing. We're squeezing those belly organs. Then raise the arms up, back up towards the sky and unfold towards the right, creating that beautiful twist in the body. Gaze is over left middle finger. Keep breathing, relaxing. One more of these, raising the arms up towards the sky. Remember, you can always have a rolled up blanket under the knees if you're feeling any pressure on the knees, or put a block underneath the knees. Gaze is off over the left middle finger. Inhale, raising the arms up and twisting off towards the right. Breathe, relax, gaze over right middle finger, looking off towards the back. Inhale, raise the arms up and sweep the arms behind you, clasp onto the hands and lower the chest and head as you open up the shoulders a little bit more. Keep the breathing in and out, long. Inhale in, exhale out. Then release the arms, bring the hands out in front of you and press back into your child's pose. Toes touching, knees can be as wide as the mat. Some of us like to stack the knees too. You don't have to have the knees wide, so it's wherever you're comfortable. I like the knees wide. You let the belly fall between the knees and you reach the arms out in front of you and lower the forehead. Remembering to keep those inhalations and exhalations long and deep. One more breath. And let's come up slowly, slowly. Let's bring our knees back down towards the mat for our camel pose. How are you feeling? I'm starting to feel a bit warm. Bring the hands behind the lower back. Remembering, I always like to have you place your hand just on the pubic bone, just at the front, as you've seen before in the videos. Just to slightly tip the pubic bone up and then bring both hands behind you. That just aligns you in the pose instead of crunching into the lower back. And squeeze those elbows in towards each other. And remember, the tops of the feet are on the mat. Make sure they're not off to the left or the right. And then press the chest up and drop the head. We're opening up the front body here, but we're not collapsing into the lower back. We're really pressing the sternum up towards the sky as we squeeze those elbows in. Now, really, this is as far sometimes as we need to go because we really feel exactly the same opening. But if you are a little bit more bendy and you would like to hold on to the backs of the legs and move deeper, and also if you had the ability to move back by keeping the hips forward, you can. So you shouldn't have to move yourself back like this to try and get it. It is actually being able to move back and hold on to the feet. I'll bring you out of that. I've had you in that for a little while. So chin to chest, tuck the chin to chest, and let's press back into our child's pose. Arms out in front of you, lower the forehead. So we're flexing and extending the spine. So we've moved the spine in one direction. Now we're moving it and lengthening it in the other. Breathe, relax. One more breath, and then come back up for your second camel pose. But if you're not feeling that today, remember, stay in child's pose or wherever you want to be. Put your hand on the pubic bone and press it forward. Hands behind you. Might turn around this time so you can see the back. And squeeze those elbows in towards each other. Press the chest up towards the sky and lower the head back. Keep breathing those beautiful inhalations and exhalations in. I know they're a little bit difficult. Just like we did with our neck exercises, just take small sips of air through the nose. And one more breath. And let's press back into our child's pose. Chin to chest, arms out in front of you, lengthen through the spine, place the forehead down onto the mat. One more breath. Now stay there, coming back into your third and final camel pose. Squeezing those elbows towards each other. As you do that, you really send the chest up and away and drop the head back. So don't collapse in the lower back. If you're feeling it in your lower back, you're not pressing up high enough with your chest. Keep breathing, relaxing. Go deeper if your body wants to, if it's wanting a little bit more opening. Sometimes onto the third one, you are actually feeling like you want to actually move deeper. One more breath, chin to chest. And let's press back this time into puppy pose. So release the hands out in front of you. Your hips are nice and high and your head is moving towards the earth. Getting that nice, beautiful stretch in the spine. I'm lucky enough to be looking at myself in the screen as well. Sometimes it's nice to have a mirror when you're learning, and especially because I can't adjust you. It's nice to see yourself because I look at myself and it's good cues for me, just like I look at you when I'm teaching a class. You're my best guide. So really, it might be a nice idea to have a mirror so you can see how your body looks. You might feel you're in the pose sometimes, but you're not quite there. One more breath and then release out of the pose. And let's come to a seated position onto the mat. And let's bring our legs out in front of us for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. A beautiful back body stretch. So remember to touch the toes, and you can have the knees up to start. Bring the hands, spread them nice and wide and place them behind you and get that length in the spine. And then slowly walk the heels forward. And as you press with the fingertips behind you, you start to move the body forward, but we're not rounding the spine. Keep smiling. You can stay right there or release. Sometimes if you're new to this pose, it's better to have the hands behind you because it keeps you in the pose, in the alignment. Remember, you can always use a strap or you can hold on to the ankles or the feet. So most of us are going to be up here nice and high, but if you started to, after that challenge, that beautiful challenge, you may be a little bit more open and you might be starting to move a little bit more over the legs. But sometimes it takes years and it doesn't matter. There's no judgment. Just keep breathing in the pose. Keep feeling that length in the calf muscles, hamstring, whole back body. Such a beautiful pose to open up the back body. And really remember to press the pelvis. We're rocking the pelvis this way. We're not rocking in this way. So press back a little bit more. I'll keep you here a few more breaths. Keep your inhalations and exhalations going. One more breath, then come up slowly, slowly. And let's go into our wide leg seated forward fold. Now spread the legs as wide as you can. And again, I want you to remember the pelvis is moving back that way. So you press the fingertips back, get your nice length in the spine, and then exhale, fold. You'll feel it in the inner groins in the wide leg pose. As you move forward, keep breathing, relaxing. Leave the hands right there if you want to, or you can reach around and hold onto the ankles or the feet. Be interesting to tell me if you've released the hands and then how you feel, because I know the body for me bounces a little bit. So press back with those sit bones more, send them back so you actually feel that beautiful length in the spine as well. Keep breathing, relaxing. Go as deep as the body allows without compromising the spine. Eventually, you will fold closer to the earth over time. Really, you will. A few more breaths, and then come up slowly, slowly. Let's leave the legs where they are. We're going to go into our pavarita, our twist of the wide leg seated forward fold. Placing the right arm on the inside of the right leg. We're going to side tilt the pelvis over. So just like you're tipping a teapot, just your right side. So you tip with the right side, but you press the left hip back. So you're opening up like this stretchy cord. So you do this and then you sweep the left hand up and over the head towards the right toes. So really make sure that this arm isn't dangling. You're really reaching with the arm. You're folding over the legs and you're sweeping the hand towards the right toes. Keep breathing into that left side waist body. Really feel it. Press the left hip down. Don't let it lift up. Press it down and you'll feel that release in the left side body. Oh, that feels so good. To be honest, I haven't done a lot of yoga since I saw you last. I've done a little. I've been working on the boat so much. I've done more exercise, running up and back. You know what it's like when you're in the marina, walking miles to wash and do all sorts of things. So this feels beautiful for me, and it's so wonderful to have you all here sharing it. So we're sweeping to the other side. The left arm is on the inside of the left leg, and we're sweeping that right arm over. Eventually, you will touch and fold over, remembering you're pressing that right hip down and back. But never rush into that. You want to really feel that it's such a beautiful, gentle release bit by bit every time you do it. And try not to put any pressure on the neck. Just gaze down at the left knee. Really open up towards the right with the right shoulder, pressing that right hip down. And one more breath and release up. And let's bring both our feet together shake them out a little bit and maybe move the whole body to release what you've just opened up. And bring the left leg out straight. We're going to go in Ardha Matsyendrasana. Take the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Spread the toes of the left foot and they're pointing towards you. Right fingertips behind you, getting nice and tall. Sweeping that left hand and wrapping it around the knee. If you have more opening and you'd like to go a little deeper in this pose, you can roll over onto the left hip and you can bring that left foot to the outside of the right hip. Press your fingers down onto the mat, move the body forward and sit over towards the right, or the left, sorry. But if that's feeling uncomfortable and you just don't feel right in there, stay with the leg out straight and just turn from the belly, broaden through the chest and look over the right shoulder. Maybe that's just a pose to deepen and aspire to do, but again, you don't need to rush into it. You're still getting the beautiful benefits of squeezing those belly organs together and getting that lovely digestive help. Take a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 3 to 4, and maybe twist a little more. You're only gazing over the right shoulder. You're not straining the neck. And one more breath and release out of the pose. Changing sides, the right leg is out in front of you, left foot's on the outside of the right knee. If you want to go deeper, roll onto the right side and sweep the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Move the body forward and sit over towards the right. Otherwise, stay where you are. Move the torso forward, wrap the arm around the leg, or the elbow can be on the outside. And turn from the belly, nice tall, nice length of the spine, and look over the left shoulder. Keep breathing, relaxing. That back hand, try to make it comfortable. Come up onto the fingertips. You're cupping the fingers like this, and when you press down, you get that nice length in the spine all the way through to the crown of the head. One more breath. Keep breathing in for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. Then release out of the twist, releasing all that fresh oxygenated blood throughout the body. And let's come to butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Let's roll around a little bit and flap the wings of the butterfly. Bring the hands and spread nice and wide and put the thumbs on the insides of the pads of the feet and wrap the rest of the hands around the tops of the feet. And open up the feet. That gives another little release in the legs. Now, then either clasp onto the feet, remembering the pelvis is tilting back, the same as we did in Paschimottanasana. So we're not rounding like this. We're sending the belly forward and the sit bones back, chest forward, and we're breathing as we're exhaling and folding over the legs. We're breathing into those inner groins, sending those inhalations and exhalations in, breathing it all out. Really spear the crown of the head forward. As you press the elbows gently to the insides of the legs, you broaden through the chest, try not to round the shoulders. Inhale again, lengthen through the spine, get nice and tall. You can close the eyes if you like. Sometimes it's nice to soften into the pose, just getting deep. We're only thinking about our inhalations, our exhalations. Sending our breath to those inner groins, feel the release. Try to relax into the pose. Try not to feel uncomfortable or that you're holding your legs up. Again, remember you could place blocks or a blanket under both legs, both knees, I should say. One more breath. And let's come up out of the pose. Whew, I'm getting warm in here. I'm all locked up as well. I'm taking that jumper off now. I hope you're getting warm too. So let's lie down onto our backs now for our crocodile pose. Oh, my favorite pose. Let's lie down. Place the right forearm, left forearm, spread the legs wider than the mat and lower the forehead. Really allow the belly to sink into the mat. Sink in deeply. Release the lower back. Allow it to relax. Hoping you can still see me, yes. Keep breathing, relaxing. Now imagine your belly like it's a balloon. And I want you to take a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 5 to 6. Feel the belly expanding like the balloon. The lower back expanding. And then breathe out long and deep for a count of 6 to 7 if you can. Release it all, let it go. Then relax into the pose. One more breath and come up slowly. We're going to move into our locust pose. So we're going to move and bring our feet up off the mat. We're going to bring our arms out towards the sides and just like we're flying. And keep smiling. We're creating that beautiful strength in the lower back. Keep breathing, relaxing. And then one more breath, and then come back into your crocodile pose. Stacking left forearm this time, right forearm on top of it, and lie down onto the mat. Not sure if I'm scooting off the screen for you there. Keep breathing, relaxing. I think I need about 6 mats on the floor. Maybe I need to buy a rug. Let's take a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 6 to 7 through the nose. Inhale deeply, expand the belly like the balloon underneath you, and then exhale it out fully, long and deep for a count of 7 to 8 or longer. Releasing the lower belly and feel the release in the lower back. Relax and breathe. Let's stay there if that's where the body feels like being. Otherwise, we're going to move into our locust pose again, reaching the arms out and reaching the feet up. Keep breathing, relaxing. We don't have to come up really high. You don't have to, maybe the third one that we do, each stage, like come up a little lower the first time, then come up a little bit higher on the third one we do, on the second one I should say, and then maybe a little higher on the third. So keep breathing, relaxing. One more breath, and then release the hands back down, right forearm, left forearm, and relax the forehead and move back into your crocodile pose, remembering the legs are spread wider than the mat. Inhale deeply, as long and as deep as your body allows. And in your own time, release, open the mouth, let all breath out. Relax the lower back, relax the belly into the mat. Say these words to yourself. I am in touch with me. I am whole. Come up into your locus. I am present. I am aware. I am focused. I am loved. One more breath and release back down into your crocodile pose, releasing the head down to the arms. One more breath, and then bring the hands to either side of the chest, and let's press back into our child's pose. Toes touching, knees as wide or wide as the mat. Bring the arms out in front of you. Really release the hands forward. Walk the fingertips forward, but try not to take any pressure on the shoulders. Press the sit bones back towards the heels. Again, you know, we may be up higher, that's okay, but we're pressing those sit bones back. Now release the head down towards the mat and relax and breathe. Just thinking about our inhalations and our exhalations. Long and deep. One more breath, and then let's lie down onto our backs for our bridge pose. So lie down, bring the feet up slightly. Bring the feet in towards the buttocks slightly. The knees are apart. If you want to, you can use a block between the knees. That's always a nice thing. And we're going into our bridge pose. So let's slowly press the hips up nice and high towards the sky, and we're clasping the hands underneath the body. So if you have a block or a pillow or a blanket, squeeze in, or if you haven't, just squeezing those knees towards each other. Press that pelvis up nice and high. Feel that beautiful opening in the front body. Relax and breathe into the pose. Relax the shoulders into the mat. The feet are pressing into the mat, but you're relaxed. Your inhalations and exhalations are nice and smooth. In for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. Relax the neck. One more breath. Release the block if you had one, and roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then squeeze the knees into the chest, and I want you to roll around clockwise, anti-clockwise. Give the lumbar area a nice little massage. And bring the feet back down towards the earth for a second bridge pose. Arms are alongside the body. Press the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Clasp the hands underneath you. Squeezing those knees towards each other. If you want to challenge yourself and raise the right leg up towards the sky, you can. Really try and press with the heel towards the sky. That gives you the length in the leg. But as you press with the left foot into the earth, you're pressing with the right foot into the sky. If you raise the right leg, press the right leg into the earth. Now press with the heel and press up with that left heel towards the sky. Relax and breathe. One more breath. Release both feet down if you raise them. And everybody roll down one vertebrae at a time, and swinging the legs up towards the sky for our happy baby pose. So roll from side to side, or rock from side to side like the baby does, giving the lumbar a nice little massage. And then rest into the pose, pressing the hands into the feet, tracking the knees towards the armpits. Maybe you rock the head from side to side a little bit, and then allow it to stop. So it's in one line. The head, the neck, the spine is all beautiful and lengthened as the tailbone presses into the mat. A beautiful opening, release. Either stay there if you want to, otherwise we'll go into the third and final bridge. Pressing the hips up towards the sky, clasping the hands underneath you, squeezing those knees towards each other. Keep breathing, relaxing. Keep those inhalations and exhalations going. If you want to raise the feet up, you can, or if you want to go into wheel pose, if you're feeling you want a little bit more opening today, placing the hands underneath the shoulders, bring the crown of the head to the mat, gather the elbows in and press up into your full wheel. You can come up onto your toes as well. Really feel that beautiful release. Don't feel pressured to do this pose at all. One more breath, everybody. Chin to chest and roll down all the way to the mat and swing the legs back up for another happy baby pose. So rock from side to side again. Release the tailbone down towards the mat as you press the elbows towards the armpits. Keep breathing, relaxing. Taking those inhalations in, exhalations out. And release the hands, and let's go into our supine pigeon, placing the right foot to, or thread the needle, there's so many names for this pose, placing the ankle just below the left knee. Reach through the gap you created in the legs. Hold on to the back of the left thigh and lower the head and whole spine down to the mat. As you use the hands to slowly move that left knee forward, spread the toes of both feet. Bring the right elbow and press it into the right leg to open up a little more. You'll feel that outer hip area, thigh opening up. Relax and breathe into it. Take those long, deep inhalations in for a count of 3 to 4 and breathe all breath to around that hip area. Try not to have the buttocks up in the air. We want to release the tailbone down towards the mat so you've got a nice long spine. Relax the shoulder blades. Keep breathing. Sending some love and kindness to your body. Sending some peace to the heart, to the mind, to the body. Check in with how your breath is. Is it short and shallow? Or is it long and deep, nice and smooth and relaxed? Holding no tension in the body. One more breath and then release, and let's change sides. Left ankle's just below the right knee. Remember to spread the toes of both feet. Press the left elbow into the leg, into the left leg, and use the clasped hand to move the right knee forward, stopping at your opening where you're feeling challenged, but opening up, releasing on that outer hip area, the left side. Release the shoulders down. Soften the face. Sending some love and light to the left side of your hip area. And breathing out all darkness, worries, troubles. Let it go. Keep your inhalations and exhalations lovely and smooth and deep. In for 3 to 4. Breathe out for 5 to 6. We're starting to come to the end of the practice now. So we're slowing down, relaxing, releasing. A few more breaths. And then release the hands and bring the knees into the chest, rolling around clockwise, anti-clockwise, giving the lumbar a beautiful little massage. And let's just end, before we go into Shavasana, let's do our supine twist, bringing our knees over towards the left. And just resting our left hand on the knees, sweeping the right arm out and up a little bit as we gaze over the right shoulder. Keep your inhalations and exhalations long and deep. The right ear just tracks towards the earth or the mat beneath you or the ocean below. Feel how you're squeezing those belly organs together. The right shoulder falls and releases to the earth. Your eyes are soft. One more breath and bring the knees into the chest and then just let them fall to the other side. Bringing the right hand to the knees and sweeping the left arm out towards the shoulder height and raise it up a little bit. If that's uncomfortable on the shoulder, you can release it further down. And your left ear tracks towards the earth. The eyes are soft, the body is soft. Press with the right hand into the knees, and as you open up a little more towards the left, feel how the belly organs are squeezing together. Relax into the pose. Taking those long, deep inhalations in through the count 4 to 5, and then out for a count of 5 to 6. Then release, bringing the knees into the chest, maybe swinging the legs up for another happy baby pose before you end, and move into Shavasana, rock from side to side. And then release the legs down onto the earth for the final pose today, Shavasana, corpse pose. Relax the whole body along the mat. Close down the eyes. Now release the hips up slightly and then allow the lower back to sink into the mat more. Feel the legs soft. Release the head up and then release it back down, making sure it's not off to the left or the right. Bring the hands out, palms up. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth and relax the jaw. Feel the whole body soft into the mat. You may want to put a blanket on or your jumper back on if you took it off. Now this is your time to release and let go and take in everything you've just achieved in the practice. Allow the body to align now. Place an eye pillow over your eyes if you had one. Stay where you are. I'm just going to sit up and talk you through the pose. Allow the body and mind to integrate the benefits of yoga. Relax, breathe at ease. Let all be calm. Let mind, thought untangle from emotion. Sink deep. Immerse yourself. My hands, if I was there, reaching, touching the tips of the hip bones and releasing them down a little deeper into the mat. Breathe, relax. Your inhalations and exhalations, your life force, don't give it another thought. It gently moves throughout your body without even you noticing most of the time. The belly will rise and fall naturally with every inhalation and exhalation. The feet, the arms, the hands, the legs, the back body, the front body, the shoulders, the neck, all relaxed into the earth. The back of the head. The eyes are soft. You are in touch with you. Relax and breathe. I'll leave you to breathe a few more breaths before we move on to our sides. Relax a little more. And then slowly start to move your fingers and gently move your toes, awakening the body And start to roll over onto the right side of your body in the fetal position with your knees curled up. Keeping relaxed. You never want to rush out of a pose, especially a resting pose. Then place the right hand onto the mat and gently move the body back up into a seated position where we began the practice today. So sit comfortably any way you choose. Close down the eyes. You can place your hands on your knees or at your heart center. Let's check in with your intention you made at the beginning of the practice today. How does the body feel? Let's take the right hand and up and curl the 3 middle fingers and finish today with Nadi Shodhana. Placing the right thumb over gently the right side of the nose and breathing into the left side. Seal with the little finger and send all breath out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Seal with the thumb, breathe breath out through the left. Inhale in through the left. Seal with the little finger and breathe breath out through the right. Place the hands together in prayer position. And let's send some gratitude to something, someone, or something in nature. As you deepen your breath and slowly resume the pace of everyday life, notice how good it feels to be alive. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today, everybody. Bringing your hands to the third eye, back to the heart center and bowing. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. That always feels so good. I hope you do too. All right. Well, just a couple of little things to tell you before we say goodbye for today. I am posting, I think most of you are on my Yoga for Yogis page, but I am posting on there. I have updated my website, and this Cell Wellness group is on there. Everyone that has, I've left it as everyone that has subscribed or joined my challenge, it's still $29.95 for them, but anyone else it's $39.95. So it's on my website if you know of anyone that wants to join. Also, I've got my other classes, my Zoom classes. And I don't know if you're aware, but it might be an idea just to go in and check out my page and check on my health and wellness site, or if you click on my classes site, it sends you to the online classes. I've got like you can have do a private session with myself or Jill. I've Jill's on there too. So Jill's along for the ride. So you can do a class with Jill, but Jill's also going to pop in as well. And I've got Ebony and all the other teachers, Penny, here on the page too. So as you know, I'm teaching 2 classes a month as part of your subscription, and then you've got all the others. And then obviously we're adding to it all the time, because when I teach and when we do more classes, they're all recorded and stay on the page. So you've got a whole selection. Try to mix it up a bit for you so you have a whole different range of things. But yeah, my website, that's there on there. But Sunday, the first day of every month, I've got a free Zoom class for everyone. So yeah, that's on there. And you can schedule it, and it'll send you an email and a text message to your phone, so and it gives you a reminder that I'm on, and it's at 8:15 as well. So that's sort of for my whole population of my yoga public group there. So yeah, and any of those you can schedule them, and you just don't have to think about it. They'll send you a text and they'll remind you. So yeah, so Jill's on there as well, so you can do a yin practice with Jill as well. I think that's all I need to tell you today. I'll pop in and make sure there's no comments on there before I go. Hi, Deb. Gratitude. You're welcome, Galen. You're welcome, Lisa. Oh, it didn't come up straight away for you, Galen. You made it. All righty. Okay. And just another thing, if you're still there, I have started an online sessions, yoga online session page, which I'll share to this. I'm going to share a couple of things to our group so you know, I'll have it all in one place so you know where it is. So to make it easy, everything that I have online and things that are coming up, I'm either going to share with this, I'll share it on my online session. But, you know, my website's a great source and I'm updating it all the time as well. And you guys are all part of my newsletter now. So I'm a little bit bad with that, but I'll try to be a little bit more diligent of sending one out a month to keep everyone updated about what's going on and retreats and all sorts of things. Jill and I are talking about retreats and Penny and I are talking about retreats, and Penny's wanting to do a workshop as well, myself too. So lots of things happening. So yeah, I'm super excited and I'm so happy that we got to practice together today. So love and light, and I'll see you again. Check in soon. Bye.